Alright traders, we're back. Check this out. The Bitcoin is here, guys. This time I want to take you to the Bitcoin from a different angle. Usually we talk about the Bitcoin with regards to itself and its own price and its own opportunities. This time I want to take the Bitcoin as a general barometer for the market. Alright, so when we talk about the big picture, we're going to talk about the grand trend here, with obvious implications to the rest of the market, right? The Bitcoin is the #1 reflection of the cryptocurrency market as a whole, right? So there are 3 things we know for fact when we look at the big picture, all right? Let me mention these 3 elements. First, that we had a massive failure to break over the 50% Fibonacci, guys. This is probably the biggest one of them all. Alright, take a look. The first failure here with a huge spike, which was actually reaching the 61.8, which is phenomenal in itself, right? And then the pullback all the way to 50, right? Just to close on the spot. And the following week, even more remarkable. Another huge spike off that 50%, and even last week, the 3rd consecutive week, another failed attempt, all of which obviously were aiming to break through, but they failed with I mean, this is grand failure on the monthly chart. 3 consecutive months. I said weeks, but obviously 3 consecutive months, right? So that was the first and probably the most important element. Second element, guys, is the close we had last month. Take a look at the close itself. I mean, it's probably too tight to even mention it, but I still want to mention it. 94.98 on 95.08, right? It, like I said, very tight, very undecisive, but still, right? You know, from the numbers point of view, it seems to be a breakdown, especially after that failure on the same month to break over 50, you know, to cross over 11,410, which is the 50%. So price managed to cross over by a very tiny margin below the 38.2 Fibonacci correction. All right, so that's the second element. Now the third element I want to mention here, guys, is the fact that by definition we're still in a correction phase, right? So price is actually more likely to come back to the original move, right? Finish up with that correction and go back to the original move, which is a bear market that started back at December, you know, back at November 2017, right? So what we had here so far, I mean, I'm talking about the previous 6 months or so, might have been just an upside correction. Well, these are the things we know, right, at this point. And with every passing day, it looks like our conviction, our bearish conviction, is being approved by price action. So what happened here a few days ago was price was trying to break over 10,630. Now we know that's a powerful key level, right? And we've seen it fail with this spike here, right? Pretty significant failure. And then begins to slide downwards. But once price crossed below 95.10 and then 87.23, then we got some serious downside potential, because up until that point, we might be just trading sideways here. So that's about that for this one, guys. We'll be back tomorrow to keep going. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.